What's Happening Hoke show is filmed before a live audience and is brought to you by Rockfish Motor Speedway, the Rock of Hoke, nunboys.com, and GPS Photography and Video, gpsphotoandvideo.com. What's Happening Hoke? We're back. The What's Happening Hoke show is brought to you by the Rock of Hoke, Rockfish Motor Speedway. And speaking of which, I don't think it's going to happen.
It's not looking too good for the home team.
Stay tuned to the Rockfish Motor Speedway Facebook page. Earl Richardson, I think, will send something out on that. Earl Richardson, one of the race officials.
We'll share it.
We'll definitely share it, but don't think it's going to happen. So administrative notes, or I guess some celebration. Congratulations to Matt Jones, who welcomed his daughter, Aubriana. I think I said that right. Aubriana.
First kid? No. New kid, okay.
First daughter, I think.
Okay.
Well, so congratulations to you.
Congrats.
And your family as well. Try to always keep up with the Joneses, as I said. Tyler Cushman had a birthday, and he posted a pic. He has his learner's permit.
Uh-oh.
So here's the thing.
He's not out there today causing havoc.
Well, yeah. Well, he don't need to be out there today. If he is, he needs to have a buddy. So now, maybe Eddie Daniels will take him out to drive, because you got to drive with that permit for a year. So maybe Eddie will take him out with him.
Somebody needs to show him now.
Speaking of which, hey, week 13 is in the book at the Rock finally, or week 14, week 15. Week 15, 13 races was the record, which now is the new record, which Eddie Daniels holds. He also holds the record for 7 consecutive races.
Right.
Fast Eddie Daniels. I won't wear the shirt or the track, but I will wear it on the show.
There you go.
So congratulations to Fast Eddie Daniels. And he also has a 2-race winning streak at Dublin. So what I was trying to get out in the beginning, overall, he has a total of 15 wins in a Legends car.
Wow.
15 weeks of racing at the Rock, he's won 13 out of 15 of those weeks.
Maybe we need to put him on here one Thursday.
I would love to get Eddie in. I don't know what he's got going on the week. He worked doing the work, but during the week he's working. But hopefully, Earl, I'll send him a message as well. See if we can get Fast Eddie Daniels in there, because it's pretty significant what he's done this year.
It is very significant. And here's the other thing that I want to ask him, and I kind of want to get him away from the track,
right.
Get him in combat. Have you done all you can do in the Legend Series? Is this something that you want to continue running in?
But here's the thing, this is his first year running.
That's what I'm saying.
Would he go up to a 270 or a 600?
Or, is that considered going up, if you run a 270 or a 600? Or is this kid one of the guys that might want to take one of the modified cars out at Dublin or Fayetteville Motor Speedway and run a modified car?
If he had the sponsorship backing,
costs a lot of money to run them cars.
You wonder how far he could go.
Right.
And I think there's a lot with the story of a lot of the races, Who knows? I mean, dare I say it, could Fast Eddie run NASCAR?
Could he run in the lower levels of,
who knows?
Hey,
but it's all about that money, and it's hard, man.
There's a kid in NASCAR today. They just did a story on him a couple weeks ago. That's still in high school.
Then there's one guy that's from NC State. State classes.
Yep.
I mean,
it can be done.
Yeah, it is.
And these guys are absolutely talented, in my opinion. And Eddie's got the talent. So do the other guys, but Eddie has really. Separated
13 out of 15 weeks, and you know who won the other 2 weeks? Eddie Gomez, who was also the points leader last year in the Legends Series.
So it's we have talented race car drivers. It's all
Michael
about
McDonald. Got to give it up to him. Finished second week 15 out there. So hey, there's a lot of those guys that are coming, and Dale Trogdon won his first race in the 270. And I knew it wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when.
Right.
Ben McCall was back. Saw him out there. And of course, the 600, Tim Nye, they put the wings back on, and Tim Nye said, hey, I'm shutting this down. So he won his 6th race. So shout out to all those guys, all those who had birthdays, learn from it. Tyler Cushman, hey, wish you guys well. Matt Jones, congratulations on the birth of your child. So the Rock of Hope is probably not going to happen. So stay tuned to the Facebook pages, and Earl Richardson. It's going to be bad this weekend.
Yeah. No high school football for us.
No, it's bye week. We will come back for Richardson.
Is that homecoming?
Not Earl Rich. We'll come back for Richmond County next week. I believe it's I think homecoming is going to be the Lumberton
2 weeks.
game.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Homecoming is going to be the Lumberton game. And great show last night with the coach. And here's the thing. Everybody obviously is upset by the losing record. We are 0-6. But here's my thought on it. Here's my theory. I've been involved with Hoke County football since, 9 years. This is my 9th year dealing with the program. My theory is transition minus growth equals loss. And I'm talking about the loss of the games. Since 2007, when Coach Bryant left, we have not been past the second round of the playoffs.
Nope.
Since 2010, we've changed out coaches 3 times. Coach Parrish is our 3rd coaching staff that's in there. We had minimal success, or marginal success, I should say, with under Coach Butts, because we went to the playoffs twice, went out in the second round, beat by Jack Britt, and of course a marquee program win, beating Richmond County.
Right.
After we beat Richmond County, we did not win another game that year.
It was bad.
After we finished the playoffs in the second round and got beat by Jack Britt, the following year, we won only 4 games again.
Well, I keep
And so-
harkening back to that Jack Britt
And
playoff
when you
loss,
go,
man.
I mean,
We
it's
had
tough
that game.
because you look at what happened in that time period. A lot of the guys, seniors that were freshmen in 2011, did not come out for football.
Right.
Again, they
got
came back out
frustrated.
this year, frustrated, whatever the reason was, the losses. So they came out this year, and they're not doing that well. They're struggling. We got the 4x1, 4x2 team. Brandon Smith,
Fastest guys in the state of North Carolina.
fastest guy in the state of North Carolina, can't get him the ball, and at the same time, they're not playing well. I mean, they haven't. He played last year, and one other player, number 6, Deron
Montreal Douglas.
Montreal Douglas. Those are the only 2 guys that played last year.
On the offense.
On the offense. Well, who else on that? The speed guys. And it's just a shame. And the thought I had, you wonder if these guys played since 2011, this whole
How
senior,
strong they would have
how
been.
good we would have been. You just got to
You
weather
might
the
not have been
storm.
the top 1 or 2 teams, but you'd have been better than
I just
we are
think
now.
there would have been different. Yeah. Different
Yeah.
when you talk win-loss record.
Well,
So,
and the amount of sophomores, sophomores that we are playing compared to some of these other guys, there I give them all the props in the world. They are doing that. One of
but
the
that's the
toughest
next
things.
point, though.
Did
You
you-
play young players, and you're subject to playing young players, and that's why we are where we are. You wonder how we got here. Transition minus growth. There was no growth. Lack of 2 freshman teams.
Right.
To finish up my point, didn't have one this year. Equals the loss of games, and you're playing younger players, and that's where we are.
Yeah, and that's how it's going to be. And we're going to have to get more veteran seniors on there. I do want to mention the Bucks soccer team. Come on, he don't want me to
I don't
mention
want to hear
soccer.
nothing about soccer.
But the
I mean,
Hoke County
there's no
Bucks
hitting in
soccer games is on a 2-game winning streak. They're getting
Wow.
ready to play Scotland County
Yes.
and Pinecrest this week, but they're probably not playing right now, although they will
Gee,
play
you
in
think?
the rain.
Rainstorm?
The Bucks soccer team is playing next week against St. Paul's. Check them out. The volleyball team, they've lost a couple games. They had a winning record, but they've kind of went down the last week or 2. But Shauna Monroe is doing a great job with those girls. The volleyball team, I will say this, they're going to make the playoffs, and they're going to move forward. So you got to give them some credit, the volleyball team.
Back to football.
College
Listen, last point on high school football at Hoke County. Transition minus the lack of growth equals the loss of games. Where we are now is the whole community, everybody's got to come together and support the Bucks.
Don't
you're going to
jump off
support
the
them,
wagon.
or if you jump off the bandwagon, don't jump back on next year when we win all these games, because I'm going to be
Right.
looking for you. And
He's
last
gonna-
point, bottom line is
You don't
this.
want him looking for it.
Parents love them up, coaches coach them up. Let's go Bucks. What do you got in college football?
NC State this weekend, Shadrack Thornton, the number 1 running back for the Wolfpack, suspended 2 games at the beginning of the season for violating team rules. 2 years ago, caught twice for marijuana, got into a fight with his girlfriend in the library. Coach gave him not 1, not 2, but 3 chances. And what does he do this week? He has an accident on a moped and leaves the scene of the accident, doesn't give his identification. Glenn, what do we do with these young guys that have so much talent, but they don't make good decisions off the field? What do you do with them? Do you try to hang them around, keep them as long as you
No,
can?
you send a message. You cut them. Because we act like this is something that just now happened when you got in college.
Right.
This kid, no doubt, had issues in high school and before. So when you talk about the legacy of kids getting in trouble and playing football, you go all the way back, and NFL Network's about to show this story on Dexter Manley. Every kid needs to watch that story. If they're doing this kind of stuff when they're at the lowest level, middle school, elementary, the pee-wees, all the way to high school, somebody's got to stand and say, hey, that's it, son. I can't do nothing for you. Because it's a shame when they get out there and they cannot no longer play.
They can't walk the line.
No, they can't walk the line. And it's a shame and it's sad, but that's what needs to happen.
So how can you stop that, though? You going to tell Nick Saban or somebody like Frank Beamer at Virginia Tech or the coach at West Virginia, don't go after this kid?
Well, I'll tell you what, they're not recruitable. Let's take a break, come back, we'll continue that thought.